Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today we are going to discuss about many-to-many relation in RESTful API in ASP.NET Core. So here we have a API that is named this one, and just open my entities. Here we have a genre, movie and movie genre. So genre, movie and movie genre, here we have a relation between the genre and the movie, that is many-to-many. A genre have multiple movies and movie have multiple genres. So that is the simple genre class, that is the public class genre, where we have a ID that is integer type and the title is the string length. Okay, and the next one is the movie. So here we have a movie entity, and you know that a movie have ID, title, in theater, release date, poster, and list of movie genres. Okay, and the movie genre have the middle table, or you can say that junction table between the genre and the movie. So here we have a movie ID that is related to the movie and genre ID that is related to the genre. So these are the entities of your API, of your RESTful APIs. Now after that, we will just add these entities in your database context file. So here we have application DB context file, and just here we have add genre and the movies like that. And also here I'm using a composite key by making Fluent API. So builder.entities movie genre has key, movie ID and the genre ID. So junction table have two primary key and foreign key, that is composite key, that is movie ID and the genre ID. Okay, now after that we will go for the next step, that is to create DTOs for the movies and the genres. So here we have a genres DTO. The first one is the genre DTO, that is the ID and the title. The second one is the create genre DTO, that is the create genre DTO. So here we have only the title property. Okay, and the next one is movie DTO, create movie DTO. So here we have a title, in theater, release date, poster, and the poster in the form of the iForm file, and the genre ID is in the form of the list of integers just I want to add during the creation. Okay, so list of genre IDs, just I want to take it here, and that is the genre create genre DTO is also there, and the movie DTO is also here. So here we have a ID, title, in theater, release date, poster in the form of string, and the next one is the list of genre DTO. Okay, so just I want to get the list of genre DTO. Now here I'm using mapper. So just I'm going to use mapper profile. So just go for the program.cs and use two packages for the mapper. The first one is the AutoMapper, that is here, and the second one is the AutoMapper.extension.microsoft.dependency injection, like there. Okay, so here we have a mapper, and the mapper configuration in the program.cs file looking like this. So builder var config equals to new AutoMapper.mapper configuration, configuration.add profile, mapper profile, and the where is the mapper profile? You can see in the mapper directory. Here we have a mapper profile that is in the constructor. Here we have lots of create maps are there. Okay, so just we will discuss in later. And here we have var mapper config.create mapper, builder.services.add singleton as a mapper. Okay, so that's fine. There is the mapper configuration right here. Okay, so now the next step is to perform the CRUD operation on your genres. So now here we have two things, that is the controller. Here we have a genres controller right there. Now create a new genres controller. Here we have a genres controller, and here I'm going to add application DB context as well as the mapper, that is private read only IMapper. And here we have public genres controller, that is initialize constructor injection here for the context as well as mapper. Now the next thing is to get all, just I want to get all the genres. So the path is of the API system, that is API and genres and get all. So the path is API genres and get all. allow anonymous for all to get all the genders to get. Okay. Now the next one is to get all method, and here we have get all the genders from the database file, database table, that is context.genders.toListAsync, and by using the mapper just convert it. So mapper.map a list of genders, that is the model or you can say entity, is converted into the list of gender DTO. So the what is the mapper profile is working right now. So gender and the gender DTO, that is the mapper profile only. Okay, because the gender have a ID and the name, and the gender DTO is also have a ID and name. Okay, the next step is get by ID. So here we have get by ID. So context.genders.first.default x.id is this ID. If gender is double equals to null, that is not return found. And here just I'm going to get gender, and just I'm going to convert gender into the gender DTO by using the mapper profile. Okay, so the same mapper profile will work like that, gender to gender DTO, gender to gender DTO. Okay, the next step is to and return to the gender DTO in the MVC application. The next one is the post gender. So here we have a from body, create gender DTO, gender creation DTO, and just I'm going to add gender creation DTO is mapped to the gender. So ID is not there. So here we have a gender, and context.add async save changes and return to no content. Okay, so that is the post gender, and here just I'm going to convert gender creation DTO to gender. So gender creation DTO, create gender DTO like that into the gender. So create gender DTO to the gender. Okay, so the next step is to post put gender. So here I'm going to get ID as well create gender DTO. So first of all, create gender DTO, that is gender creation DTO map to the gender, and also provide the gender ID to this ID, and after that modify the state of the gender, and after that we will save changes perform. So the put operation also performed by this path. The next one is delete gender. So by using integer ID, context.gender.first.default x.id equals to ID, and gender is double equals to null, and remove save changes. That is the perform variable. Now save all these things. Okay, so that is the API endpoints of your genders. Now just I'm going to consume this gender API in your MVC application. So just open your MVC application, and just I'm going to add gender, delete gender, edit gender like that. So in the program.cs file, just here we have the first add HTTP client like that, builder.services.add HTTP client. That is the named client right here. And here we have a client.base address equals to this, that is the base address. And just I want to add as a scoped service for the gender service. So here we have, that is the services and gender services like that. So here we have a gender services, and inject as a gender service in the program.cs file of your MVC application, add as a scoped. Okay, the next one is the base URL of the URI. So gender services using HTTP client factory, and with the named client by using the create client method. So here we have a HTTP client, and base address is HTTP client.base address, and the base address is defined by like this of the API URL. Now by using the get all method, get by ID method, we get the API endpoint, just get the API endpoint. So HTTP client.get async base address plus API genders and get all. So get all the genders in the response, and just getting JSON response. So read from the JSON and convert it from the list of gender DTO. So here we have a list of gender DTO in the repository. So response.content, that is the response.content, read from JSON async and list of gender DTO and return it to the back. The same get by ID. So HTTP client.get async base address, API genders, get by ID and this ID, and response.ensure success status code, and after that return await response.content read from JSON async. Just I'm going to get gender DTO. So there is the second repository for MVC application. That is the create method for the create genre DTO. So here I'm receiving create genre DTO from your UI page. So HTTP client dot put post as a JSON async. So here we have a base address, API genres create, genre DTO, and success status code. That is because in the API endpoint just written no content in the post section. Here you can check it again. Post genre, that is no content. Okay, just close this API endpoints. Okay, so here we have uh, MVC application, that is a repository side. So by using the HTTP client, you get all these endpoints from the API. So HTTP client.post as JSON async. Clear? Now the next one is update genre. So here I'm going to add ID and create genre DTO. So put as a JSON async. So here we have a base address, API genres update ID and genre DTO. There is a no content to get from the API endpoint. And also here we have a delete genre like that. So these are the CRUD operation performed in the repository of your genre side in MVC application. So in the controller side, also here we have a DTOs list that is already created in the API section. So just go for the controller, and here we have a genres controller. So here I'm using genre service, that is like this, these service. So finally create the genres controller right there and use the genre services. And here we have an index method. So use get all the genres from the genre services, where I use HTTP client. So that is the create genre. So create post action method of the genre, and edit genre, and update. That is the simple thing. You can do it in the CRUD operation. So just I will run this application in your browser. So MVC application will run simultaneously, and your genre will be updated and created new one. Okay, so first you need to add multiple project as a startup project. So just right click on your solution name and just go for the properties. And here we have a multiple startup projects. So API is the first startup project, and the second one is the UI project. So just apply this and click to OK. Now just click on the start button, and you will find that your your both projects are running well. So here we have a movie and the genres. So just I want to click on the genres first, because the complete CRUD operation is doing well in the genre side. So here we have already there, that is a comedy and action. So create new one, that is the thriller. Okay, just create it. And here we have a thriller. Now just I'm going to edit. So thriller for that is the sci-fi. So and just save this. So here we have that. That is the point. Okay, so that is the genres. Just I'm going for the movie section. So here we have already there in the movies API. So save all and close first of all the tabs. Now just go for the movie section. So first of all, just I'm going to open my API endpoints, and here I'm going to go for the details of the movie. So inside the DTOs folder, here we have a movie DTO. You can check it, and for the posting the movie, create movie DTO is working now. So if I want to go for the movie entity, so here you can see that a movie have a movie genre like that. But in the get side, that is the list of integer movie genre IDs. In the movie DTOs folder, create movie DTO, and the movie have list of genre DTOs like that. Okay, also here we movie DTO, here we have a public string poster, and the create movie DTO, here we have iPhone file poster. Okay, so now just go for the controller side, and here we have a movies controller right there in the controller side. And just I'm going to add, there are the three things just I'm going to add here. That is the save file. Just I'm going to add just I'm going to add save file in the separate repository and the separate service. So also use iFile storage, like that, iFile storage, file storage. So for saving the movie poster. Okay, so here I'm going to add, that is services. Just go for the services to save image files. So iFile storage right there. So here we have a taskable save file, and just I'm going to add a string container name as well as iForm file to save the image file that is in the file. And here we have a string container name. The next one is the edit file. So here we have a container name and iForm file and the string path. The next one is the delete file. So file route and the container name is also there. Okay, so very well. That is the you can say that it's a unimplemented method signature right here. Now the next one is the file storage, that is the concrete class and implemented from iFile storage class. Okay, so here I'm going to add two things, that is iWeb host environment, and the next one is iHTTP context accessor. Both are used right there in the dependency injection, constructor dependency injection. The delete file, first of all, just I'm going to discuss, that is the file route and the container name. File route, that is the saved, that is the absolute path, and you can say that the string is null or empty. If it is null or empty, then task is completed task. Otherwise, if you have file routes that get file name, first of all, that like the a.jpg, that is a file name, so file name is there. File directory is what? That is the path.combine, that is the web root path. I mean to say that www root folder is your web root path, so there is the www root folder. And what is the container name? So container name is received from the parameter, like that, like the movies, or you can say any other name like movie image. So here we have a file name that is getting from your file route, like that. If it is file is exist, so delete the file from the file.directory, file.delete the file directory, and task is completed. So that is the delete section from here. The next one is edit file. So here I'm going to add container name. The next one is the iForm file, and the next one is the string path. Okay, so edit file is mandatory to delete first the path and the container name. So path is what? That is the string path. Okay, that is absolute path, you can say. And the next one is the container name. Just I'm going to delete it here. So delete file. So delete file is the file route, that is absolute path and the container name. Okay. Now after that we will save this file. So container name and the file name is needed. So save file is container name and iForm file. So first of all, get extension from the path of the file. So file.file name, get extension. Create a new file by using GUID, new GUID, that is GUID, and with the extension. And path.combine web root path, container name. And if it is directory is not exist, so create first, that is folder. And also route the path.combine folder and file name. Now we are using memory stream. So file.copy to async memory stream, and the content is memory stream.toArray, and file.write all bytes in the route and the content. So here we have route, that is what? That is the route value. Okay, and just I'm going to add as a content. The next one is the current URL. And what is the current URL? That is the HTTP context accessor dot HTTP context dot request dot scheme. That is the HTTPS value, and that is the protocol, you can say. So here we have a HTTP context accessor dot HTTP context dot request dot host. That is your local host with the port number. And now just I'm going to path.combine, that is the current URL, container name, file name is replaced double backslash with the single slash. Okay, so return the path, that is the save file. So here we have the simple thing, you can use it here. Okay, so save file services is ready to go. Okay, so close this. Now in the movie controller, so here I'm going to use in the movie controller section, here I'm using application DB context, iFile storage service, AutoMapper, and the container name. Okay, so also initialize in the constructor, that is fine. Now just get by ID. get by ID is working before after get all. So first of all, just I'm going to add get all. Here we have get all, and just I'm going to return home DTO. Home DTO is a type of list where we have a list of upcoming movies as well as the, you can say that, released movies. So here we have a two list movies. So just go for the home DTOs, go to definition, and here we have a list of upcoming movies as well as the in-theater movies. So that is the movie. Now also here we have a mapper profile. So just go for the mapper profile also in the API section. So controller mapper. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going for the mapper profile, and here you can see that in the movies controller, the first one is the get all movies. So here we have two sections, that is the in the home DTO, that is the upcoming and the in theater. So upcoming is the topic is include movie genre also, and then include genres where release date is greater than the today date. So that is the upcoming movies. Order by, that is release date dot to list async. And in theater, here we have a context.movies.where, that is in theater, and dot to list. So here we have two lists, that is upcoming and the two list, and these all are, that is the movies, list of the movies. So just I'm going to convert a movie to the movie DTO. So the mapper profile, you can say that here we have movie to movie DTO, like that. So also just I want to add a genre right here, because just I want to just movie have a movie genre field, you know that, but movie DTO have a list of genres. So just go for the definition, and also just go for the definition, and in the movie DTO, here we have just go for definition, and you can see that in the movie DTO, here we have a list of genre DTO, and inside in the movie, here we have a list of genres, like that. So how to map this in the mapper profile? So in the mapper profile, you can say that here we have a movie to movie DTO. So just for member we can use genres, and here I'm going to that movie map movie DTO. So here we have a map movie DTO. Just I'm going to pass DTO, that is map create movie DTO. Also here we have a movie. So just I'm going to convert it. Sorry, that is the movie and movie DTO. That is the map movie DTO. That is the function name. That is map movie DTO. So this is the function name, and that is written list of genre DTO, because just I want in the destination side list of genre DTO in the movie DTO. So here we have just list of genre DTO, and one by one list of getting the movie genres, and just I want to return a list of genre DTO. So ID item.genre ID, and a title is item.genre.title. So getting from the movie genre, just I'm going to get the movie.genre.title as well as movie.genre ID in the genre DTO. So return the list, that is genre DTO. So similar, we get all the upcoming movies and the in theater movies in the movie DTO, in the just return the home DTO. Okay, so that is the get all. The next one is the create action method. So here we have a create action method and a create movie, and in which you just I want to add from form and create a movie DTO, create movie DTO. So mapper.map movie. So first of all, create movie DTO is mapped to the movie. So that is the new mapper profile. So just open mapper. Here we have a mapper profile, and just I'm going to the next section, that is create a movie DTO to map to the movie. And you know that create a movie DTO have a iForm file, but movie have a string file. So the destination poster is ignored first of all, and the next one is the destination movie genres, because the movie have a movie genres, and also create movie DTO has a list of genre IDs. So map movie DTO is, that is create movie DTO to movie. Just I want to convert it. So you know that movie have a list of movie genres. Just I want to get. So that is the genre IDs. So new movie genres, just I want to get it genre ID equals to genre ID in the list. So list is movie genres, and we have a DTOs of genre IDs like that. Okay, so just return the list, and you know that just convert it to the create movie DTO to movie right here. So first of all, create the movie, create movie DTO to movie, and check that is create movie DTO dot poster is not equals to null, that is IFOM file. So movie dot poster is saved by using the file storage service that is already discussed in the previous before few minutes. And after that we will add the movies in like that and return the movie ID to the client side. Okay, so the next one is the update movie. So similar like that, we have a update movie things, that is one. Okay, that is the similar, and the next one is the delete. Okay, so finally we will call that how to use mapping in ASP.NET Core in many-to-many mapping API, how to create many-to-many API in ASP.NET Core. So here we have a API endpoints for update and delete. So thank you guys for watching this video, and keep watching all other videos. If you want to get the whole code, just join the membership of this channel and you will get the whole code, okay, freely available. Thank you very much for watching this video, and keep watching all other videos which is related to ASP.NET Core. Thank you very much. And if you want to get the movie MVC application right there, so here we have a movies controller also. So here we have a movies controller in the MVC application, that is the UI project, and here we have a movie services like that. So if you want to get the code, the whole code, just join the membership and you will get the code. Thank you very much for watching this video.